What if I told you that in an alternate universe, Darth Vader and Yoda actually fought? And not just any fight, but a battle where Vader overcame the Jedi Grand Master himself. In the non-canon Infinites comic, when Luke dies on Hoth, Vader travels to Dagobah and confronts Yoda. Using the dark side's cave energy and his rage over learning of his son's death, Vader actually breaks free from Yoda's mental assault and severs the Jedi Master's arm. But this begs the question, why didn't this happen in the official timeline? Why did Vader, the galaxy's most feared Jedi hunter, never pursue the greatest Jedi of them all? The answer is more fascinating than you might think. For seasoned fans, we'll start with something you might not know about Dagobah. This wasn't just a random swamp planet, it was strategically chosen for very specific reasons. Dagobah had zero strategic value to the Empire, no cities, no resources, nothing worth mining or controlling. It was so irrelevant it didn't even appear in Imperial records. But more importantly, Dagobah housed something unique, a powerful dark side nexus. That cave in which Luke enters and Empire strikes back. And this dark side energy actually acted as a natural force dampening cloak. Yoda's light side presence would normally be like a beacon in the Force to someone like Palpatine, but the dark side's cave energy created a sort of static field that masked his presence. Essentially, Yoda was hiding in plain sight by using the dark side itself as a camouflage. And beyond Dagobah's natural advantages, Yoda employed techniques few Jedi mastered. Remember, strong Jedi don't just exist in the Force, they radiate through it. For a being as powerful as Yoda, his presence should have been detectable across the galaxy. But Yoda did something extraordinary. He didn't just dim his Force signature, he practically eliminated it. We've seen other Jedi do limited version of this. Obi-Wan kept himself low-key on Tatooine, and Luke completely cut himself off in The Last Jedi. But Yoda perfected this technique, essentially turning off his Force location tracking when the entire Empire was searching for him. And perhaps Yoda's smartest move was his complete isolation. Unlike other Jedi survivors who try to reconnect with others or fight back, Yoda cut himself off from everyone. No checking in with Obi-Wan, no secret messages, no resistance plans. Every time a Jedi tried to reconnect with someone, the Empire found them. And then we have the strategic reality. By the time of A New Hope, the Empire wasn't even looking for Jedi anymore. They thought they'd already won. Palpatine and Vader had moved on from Jedi hunting to bigger concerns, building the Death Star, expanding Imperial control, and crushing the Rebel Alliance. Jedi were myths from a bygone era. The Empire's focus was on political and military threats, not spiritual ones. And we can't ignore the psychological factors. Vader had unimaginable trauma associated with his past as Anakin Skywalker. Confronting Yoda wouldn't just be facing another Jedi, it would be facing his former teacher, the living embodiment of everything he had betrayed. And there's even a fascinating theory that Palpatine knew that Yoda was alive, but he considered his exile a fitting punishment. Forcing the once mighty Grand Master to rot in isolation while watching the galaxy suffer was arguably worse than death. Now, remember that in the prequel era, Palpatine had been actively manipulating the Force to cloud Jedi vision. But in exile, with the Emperor's attention elsewhere, Yoda may have been able to reconnect with the Force more purely than ever before. Some fans theorize that Yoda's connection to the Force actually became stronger in exile. This might have given Yoda even greater ability to mask his presence when necessary. But back to our initial question, what if Vader had tried to hunt Yoda? Based on the Infinity storyline, even when Vader overcame Yoda's mental assault, it required extraordinary circumstances. Luke's death and Darkseid's cave energy. In a standard confrontation on Dagobah, Yoda would have had home advantage with the planet's natural defenses. The truth is, Vader likely wouldn't have prevailed in a direct confrontation. Yoda wasn't just hiding, he was waiting, gathering strength, and becoming more attuned to the living Force than ever before. So let's bring it all together. Why didn't Darth Vader hunt Yoda? First, Dagobah's natural properties provided perfect environmental and force camouflage. Second, Yoda's exceptional discipline in minimizing his force signature and cutting off all contact made him virtually undetectable. And third, Imperial priorities shifted from Jedi hunting to crushing the rebellion. And fourth, psychological factors likely made both Vader and the Emperor prefer to avoid confronting the past that Yoda represented. Yoda didn't just randomly choose a hiding place, he executed the perfect strategic retreat. His exile wasn't merely about survival, it was about waiting for the right moment to pass on Jedi knowledge to the next generation. Exactly as he told Luke, a Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense, never for attack. Yoda wasn't hiding out of fear, he was practicing the ultimate Jedi principle of patience and trusting in the Force. But what do you think? Did Palpatine know about Yoda all along? Could Vader have defeated Yoda if they had confronted each other? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Star Wars lore, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that explores the mysteries of the galaxy far, far away. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, may the Force be with you.